I hope you all are having a lovely time. I know I am, and please continue to keep those donations coming in. We have some milestones as well that probably we're talking about. If we reach let's see. If we reach $3,000 throughout this event, then we will have a Speed Doc's 4th birthday party extravaganza. I certainly want to see an extravaganza. I know you also want to see an extravaganza. I had mentioned we had some polls. We still have the decision for the next Speed Docs video that you can participate in. We still have Chameleon Twist at a pretty healthy lead. Super Mario Galaxy not that far behind. We have some other incentives in terms of what we could have happen. Another $11 for that hard mode and Omega Boost. Later on tonight, if you want to see me play more levels in Rogue Squadron 2, you can have that happen. Or if you want to see me perform menu music glitches. Do you like what you see here and want to see more Speed Docs and launch party content without having to wait months for new videos? We feel like you. You can stay up to date with news and updates by following the crew on Twitter at twitter.com/SpeedDocsYT. But of course, we are here for Save the Children. Wonderful charity. Very much appreciates any little bit that you can afford to give. $125 can support a community health worker for a year to provide primary care to 100 households. Many of the health workers educated are women. $100 can fill a bookshelf for children in rural poverty. Didn't think I'd struggle with that one, where most don't own a single book. And $1,000 can provide a tanker truck of clean water for a remote village during a drought. Every little bit helps. Did you know that Speed Docs has a Patreon? It's a well-kept secret, but we do, and it's pretty cool. Help support the Speed Docs team with your $1, $3, and $5 support for every video released by going to patreon.com/speeddocs or by typing !Patreon in the chat.
My name is Seima. I used to be afraid of the waves. During big storms, waves flood my house because it floats on top of the water. My school floats on the water too. Save the Children helped us build it. Teacher picks me and my friends up in the boat and we go to school. I wear a life jacket because I can't swim. In the boat with teacher, we're not afraid. We sing and dance. At school, we read, we learn the alphabet, we count, and we sing songs. I love my teacher. She makes me smart. I study every day because I want to be a teacher like her.
All right, welcome back. I am Dayman, and I am back here with Ozmourn with more puzzly goodness. We have for you this time Antichamber with a 100% run, and we've met the bonus incentive for an any percent run tacked onto that. Ozmourn, take it away.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that amazing introduction, Dayman. Hello, everyone, again. You probably remember me from like 5 minutes ago. My name is Ozmourn, and this time we're going to be doing Antichamber 100%. What exactly constitutes 100%, you ask? So we have to complete the entire map. We have to get all 120 signs on this wall. We have to get all 13 pink cubes, and we have to complete we have to essentially get 100% completion and get all the guns and all that jazz. So you can see some trackers on screen next to the face cam spots. So the first thing that we have on the, I believe, top left of my face cam is the map tracker. The bottom left is going to be the sign tracker represented by blue dots. The top right is going to be the pink cube tracker represented by pink dots. And then at the bottom right is the full overall percentage completion. And unlike specific other categories in this game, we do actually have to finish the run. We actually have to beat the game. In specific categories, all of these categories, like all of these collectibles, have separate categories of their own, in which they do not have to beat the game. They just have to collect the collectibles, and that's it. But in this game, in this particular category, you do have to beat the game in order for it to count. And so we're just going to start from a fresh file. There is a lot for me to say and not a lot of time to say it. And so I'm really hoping to get a good performance. And I hope that if you're into, again, really abstract, really crazy puzzle games and all that jazz, that you would check this out, because it's a really good one. It's a classic puzzle game for sure in this genre. So with that being said, we're just going to go straight into this first level. Time will begin when I enter Leap of Faith. Well, every journey is a series of choices. The first is to begin the journey. And we'll begin in 3, 2, 1, go. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to drop all the way down here, and we want to get the blue gun. The route that we have we have for 100% allows us to get the best gun, the red gun, as fast as possible. We need to start off with the blue gun, and right here, the first collectible that we're going to get is the pink cube. The first pink cube. You have to get this one first because you're not going to be able to come back to this area later in the game. But the pink cubes will only move if you have your crosshair on them. So you just need to lead them to their destination, and once they're collected, you can just go straight to the next section. But right here, we have a lot of positional, your positional spacing in Antichamber is going to be how you solve a lot of these puzzles. For example, right here, when you put your face up against these windows, so that the whole screen covers it up, wherever the window is showing you is where you're going to get teleported. So right here we have 2 pink cubes, and we're just going to go straight into this next section right here. We're going to wait for it to turn to 11.6. Oh, okay, that's going to bother me the entire time. The window is just slightly small for the percentage, and so part of it is getting cut off. But thankfully, I can still manage with it. It's a little annoying, but it's something we just have to deal with, because I can't pause the run now. But right here, we're gonna see me exit to menu a lot and go to the next area that I want to go by selecting it on the map. I could technically just do everything that I just did in one fell swoop, but again, it's just easier and faster to do it, to select where you want to go from the menu, so that you don't have to walk there yourself. Right here, we're gonna have a little bit of staring contest with this eye. You have to stare at it for 15 seconds, and then it'll the wall will disappear, and you can go to the other side. At the other side of this, we're gonna get the green gun after doing what we call leapfrog. There is technically a skip for this. However, I am bad at it, so we're not gonna do it. We're just gonna do the standard leapfrog, and we're gonna use that cube to pop open that door, and then we're gonna fill up these 2 cubes in order to open the door and get the green gun. The green gun is a bit powerful, a bit more powerful, but we're not gonna be using it for very long, because after this next session, we're gonna get the yellow gun. However, right here is the first instance of lag glitch. Lag glitch is me going in and out of windowed mode in order to create lag in the game, and for whatever reason, certain triggers like this laser that we're going to walk through right here, it's supposed to close the door, but it won't, because this game doesn't read like when you walk through certain things during that lag glitch phase. And right here, we're just going to open up this door. We're going to grab this pink cube right here. And then we're gonna time it so that we can open this door at the right time, and then get the yellow gun. And then right here, we're gonna perform a warp. Essentially, the way the warp works is we're gonna perform lag glitch and then shoot a bunch of cubes in that particular area. And if we did it right, which we did first try, thank goodness, the game really doesn't like it. We shot a bunch of cubes onto a spawn point, and if we quit fast enough, the cubes will remain there even when we're already at the main hub. And if we enter into that spawn point, the game reads that there is a cube during that spawn point, and it doesn't like when you and a cube share the same space, so it kicks you out into the main menu with a gun, and then for whatever reason it puts you in that weird state. Whenever you right click onto anywhere in the map, even if it's a place that you haven't explored yet, you can just warp there immediately. And so we're going to use that a lot, twice throughout the run, I should say, but along with a few other really interesting glitches. Right here, we're just going to... Ooh, that was way too early. That was too late. And that was just right. We love to see it. So right here was another instance of lag glitch. We're going to use the mechanic that we got from the yellow gun, where we can move cubes anywhere we want to on the screen. And we're going to get that last sign over here. We're going to perform a glitch called tower clip, where you put a small tower of cubes and use them to push us through. And the reason that this is called tower clip is because you can probably see that there's a tower numbered 1 through 7. However, positionally on the map, they are actually all pretty close to each other, and so we're going to be, here is tower 3, but we're going to be using it to skip from tower 1 to tower 2, and then skipping it again, using it again to skip from tower 5 to tower 6, but right here in tower 4, we're just going to walk backwards, and as soon as we can, we're going to turn around, and then use the ability that we got from the yellow gun to ride 1 cube upwards and collect the 4th pink cube of the run. Again, there's 13 total. So after collecting that cube, we're going to go back here. We're going to walk forward in order to collect a map trigger that we're going to come back to later. It's very important that we need to collect that right now. We're going to physically move all these cubes through this like plasma area, because whenever you enter an area like that with your gun, it'll get rid of all the cubes in your gun. So we're going to like have to physically move us through that spot. Okay, sometimes this tower clip doesn't like to work. Please. One more time. Come on, please. Warping the game. Thank you. What is going on? Hold up. Thank you. Okay, I don't know why it took like 3 tries, but it's or 4 tries or whatever. It's fine. Right here, we have a little bit of another glitch we have where if you walk off a platform without having previously jumped, the game kind of stores your jump, and so you can jump in midair. We're going to be using that pretty frequently throughout the run from here on out. Another really good example of that is this next room right over here. Jump up. And we're going to grab a cube and then use that same jump glitch in order to stop ourselves in our tracks and shoot a cube onto the corner where we're right up and wait for it to turn to 48.9%. although you wouldn't see that because part of the percentage is cut off, unfortunately. We're going to jump onto this cube, ride it upwards, and collect this pink cube right here, using that same jump storage glitch that we had, and then using that exact same glitch to walk over to this section. We need to keep jumping here so that the area doesn't change behind us, and like so. And then we're going to collect another piece of the map right here, turn around, jump through here, use another instance of lag glitch to skip through that section, and collect part of the map here. And right here we're just going to, hold on, there we go, fill up this small section to open this door, and we're going to come back to the same section, and we're going to grab all the cubes in the center of this area right here. And one interesting thing about the mechanic that we got from the yellow gun is that whenever you tell a group of cubes to go in a specific direction, they don't have to go to the exact place that you tell them to. They'll just go in a general direction until something stops them. So as that line of cubes up on top is moving to their location, we're going to be filling up the bottom line in order to trigger both lasers and open the door. We're going to be opening this... Okay, open up. Okay, turn all the way around. We're going to be opening this door and then going to strength and numbers. And one thing that I haven't mentioned so far is cube chambering. It's the easiest thing that we just did, where if you hold right click and then hold left click and then let go of right click, after going through like a plasma wall, you can store one cube, exactly one cube at a time. No more, no less. We're going to fill up this section. By the way that I'm filling up that section is by, in fact, using the mechanic that we got from the red gun. That's what allows us to essentially create large groups of cubes and make infinite cubes. Right here, we're going to fill up these sections in order to... there we go. Perfect. In order to get to this next section right here with the pink cube. And right here is a place where I like to talk about a lot of the rebinds that we've allowed in this category. For example, I have escape around a Q. I have F11 rebounds to a mouse button right here. And we also have shoot rebound the scroll wheel up, or collect rebound the scroll wheel up, and then shoot cubes around the scroll wheel down. And so with all of that, it's pretty easy to replay stuff, and we like to focus on replayability and accessibility in this particular section. And so, you know, just making it a bit easier to do stuff, so you don't have to, like, you know, reach your hand all the way across the keyboard in order to do certain things. It just makes the run a bit easier in certain cases. I really liked in Logic 101, the reason I like to mention that a particular thing that we see here is that a lot of the cubes that we saw are colored blue. And the reason that we have that is because the game, this is supposed to be like the tutorial section of the game where you're only supposed to have the blue gun, and essentially whatever color of the cube you have, whatever color gun you have, whether is like the kind of puzzle you can solve. So for example, if the puzzle has a bunch of blue cubes, you're supposed to have the blue gun by this time, or if a puzzle has a yellow cube, you're supposed to have a yellow gun by this time. But we have the red cube, or the red gun, and so that just allows us to solve a lot of puzzles really quickly, because it's, you know, the most powerful thing. So we're about halfway through the run time-wise. Right here, that was straight into taking baby steps right here. We're going to jump across this particular gap, and then come down here and grab the 8th pink cube of the run, and then we're going to go to impossible paths. We're going to grab a little bit of stuff from and use it as a bridge to go across WTF, and then we're going to come up here and use this as a wall to block our movement, and we're going to solve this puzzle. The way that this puzzle works is that whenever you replace a cube whenever you get rid of a cube and another cube takes its spot, that cube will never come back. So we're going to get rid of the cubes one by one to eventually only have one cube there, and so that none of the lasers are covered up. Right here, we're going to come up here, and then we're going to bring these cubes across. And whenever you like split a group of cubes into two, the smaller half will always disappear. And so we're going to use that to our advantage to grab a sign and map trigger on this section. And then here's a very interesting part. We like to go a lot of up and down and around in this particular section, traveling to a lot of different places by covering up some of these triggers. Jumping up beautiful. Oh no, I accidentally pressed escape. That's fine, we can just do it again. We're gonna grab a lot of stuff here, a lot of cubes. That's not too much of a time loss. We just need to go across here and do this particular section again. Trust me, that is not the worst thing that could have happened. If anything, that is probably the best particular section that we could have accidentally quit. There we go. Okay, now we're going to shoot a bunch of cubes in this section and quit to main menu. Hopefully I did. Oh my god, I did hub storage. Let's go. Okay, so I'll explain hub storage later because I'll probably have to do the backup for it in a particular section. But hub storage is a really cool trick. But right here, for some reason, when you shoot cubes here, you can actually like get cubes through the crevice of the. Oh no. Okay, so we actually do have to do the backup because the specific backup because unfortunately. I didn't shoot the cubes in the right direction. So we're gonna grab one cube over here. We're gonna have to cube chamber it through. Trust me, cube chambering some of these cubes one by one is actually a bit faster than you know doing that whole entire section that we just did twice. So we're just going to bring that cube through here, open up this section with the cube that we got here, and then we're going to cube chamber these cubes back through here into this section. So the aim that I had in that particular, I was supposed to be able to grab some of these cubes through a little crevice that we saw in this particular section, but I didn't aim precisely enough, and so the cubes that were left there after quitting to main menu weren't in the right spot, so I couldn't exactly grab them, if that makes any sense. So with that being said, we're just going to go straight here. We're going to do something called tower clip, where we clip through the tower. Not tower clip. We're gonna do elevator clip, where we clip through the elevator. The elevator, we pushed us through the elevator as we were getting pushed onto a cube that we placed, and so with that, you're able to just go through the cube just clips us through the elevator. Right here, we're gonna grab a map trigger that we're gonna come back to later. Drop down here through this elevator and grab the 10th pink cube of the run. This is gonna be the last pink cube that we get for a little bit. The rest of the cubes we're gonna get later in a small little cleanup section of the run that I like to call it. We're gonna create a large group of cubes and get it on the other end of this hallway. Stop this cube and then create a small tower of cubes upwards to get up to this section. Fill up all of these sections with cubes. We're gonna use a jump glitch to make sure that we get a map trigger without actually falling down. We're gonna unveil that, jump up here, and right here it's a particular section where you really want to like get a bit up close and personal with some of these cubes or some of these holes in the wall in order to effectively shoot the cubes in there. You want to keep your movement while making accurate shots, and that's pretty hard to do in certain spots. Jump up here, get another sign trigger. Go over here to too many lasers where we were earlier. We're gonna solve two puzzles the exact same way, although technically, since you're supposed to have the green gun in this one, you're supposed to solve it a different way than the next puzzle. We're gonna cube chamber one cube through here, and then we're gonna cube chamber this next cube and ride it upwards in order to go to this next section, where we will jump up here, look backwards, and get a map trigger, but not get transported to another section. And then we're going to, move all of these cubes to their respective spots. Perfect. Now we're going to do that same puzzle again, although technically we're supposed to solve it in this method. Now that we have the red cube, and we have the red gun, there's red cubes here. We're going to use these same cubes to create a little bit of a path forward through this section, and then use the jump glitch to get onto the little tiny platforms we've created. We're going to make a small tower of cubes 4 cubes high, and then we're going to create 3 pretty huge walls of cubes in this section in order to trigger all of the lasers. Wait to turn 91%, and then we're just going to go get a little bit of a cube through, yep, we got it, through that little sliver, and then we can walk through here and get one more sign trigger, and then we're going to perform the second warp of the run. Hopefully we can get it first try like we did the first one. And yes, let's go. Thank you. Perfect. We do have to do the hub storage backup, which is a really good time for me to explain what hub storage is. So the way the hub storage works is that whenever you shoot a group of cubes pretty quickly and then quit to main menu, the game will kind of like refund some of your cubes because, you know, it didn't expel all the cubes fast enough. And so if you quit to main menu quick enough, it'll refund you some of your cubes, and you can store those cubes through areas as you go back to the hub, because whenever you exit to hub, the game actually isn't supposed to, you know, store your cubes in certain cases. And so, yeah, just performing hub storage allows you to, you know, keep some of the cubes you had throughout the level. Right here, we're just gonna cube chamber with this cube right here in order to open up these lasers pretty quickly. We're gonna grab one more sign here, and now we're in the sort of cleanup section of the run. We're gonna grab the last few sign triggers, we're gonna grab the last few map triggers, and we're gonna get the last few pink cubes. Right here, we're gonna get one pink cube. Perfect. Now we're going to get the next pink cube in the area spot you've been, called Deja Vu. Whenever you see one of these circles, you need to be looking at them and then walking backwards, and so anything behind you will automatically just disappear. And that is a mechanic that we introduced pretty early on, but this is like pretty much the only section in the run that I have to explain it. Alright, and then we're going to go straight into connecting the pieces. This is a pretty lengthy section, all just for a map trigger. Or just for a map trigger. Let's do that again. Thank you. Okay. Use these cubes, make a small bridge across, and then fill up these two lasers. Open this door. We're gonna make a bunch of cubes, and we're gonna manually move them through this plasma area. And the reason that we do that instead of just cube chambering our way through it like we did earlier is because we need 2 cubes at the end of this hallway, and cube chambering only actually, you can only cube chamber 1 cube at a time, and you can't cube chamber when you're already in like a plasma field like that, and so it's kind of useless in this case to do cube chambering. Right here, we're going to grab a few more map triggers, and you probably see that there's one more pink cube that you need to get. It is the longest pink cube in the game after I get this one last sign in map trigger, and it takes exactly 90 seconds to get. It's supposed to be the first one that you find out, but while I get this cube, Dayman can say whatever he would like to say. The next 90 seconds, go.
Awesome. Well, we do have a few more incentives up, and we can take a look at those targets. If you want to see CJ and Crunchy Brown play the Mario Kart level in Super Mario 3D World, we need to raise $200. Very doable, but we need to start getting some donations in for that. And if you want to see me play the bonus missions of Rogue Squadron 2 later on tonight, then that donation just came up, and that is at $85 we need for that one. So please keep those coming on in, as well as for, like I mentioned before, if you want to see, want to have your hand in the next Speed Docs video being chosen, we currently have Chameleon Twist in the lead, but Super Mario Galaxy, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, and Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess are also candidates. And if you want to pick the character for Resident Evil 2 tonight, we currently have Claire $15 ahead of Leon. Back to you.
Beautiful. Well, you have until this pink cube gets to the end of this section, so you have like 20, 30 more seconds if you want.
I'm good. Also, it's really hard to gain any sense of space in this game, I'll be honest with you. So I don't really know when the end of the tube's coming up without like actually seeing it happen.
Right, fair enough. Well, you know, that little laugh we got pretty much filled up the time. So perfect. Right here is where it's going to be collected. Perfect. We got the last pink cube. We're going to get the last few signs. And you probably noticed that there is a timer in the center, in like the main hub area that we're coming back to. You probably noticed that there was a timer. And that timer, whenever you start up a new game, the timer is for 90 minutes, an hour and a half. But we're just going to grab this last map and sign trigger. And I do have some good news and bad news. Good news is that's the last time we're going to get. The bad news is we do have to wait here for an hour and 9 minutes. So Dayman, you have a lot of time to say donations if you'd like. You know. No, but in actuality, we do have a way of skipping that, and that is, you know, crashing the game. The reason that we have to do that is because, or not crashing the game, we purposely exit the game. The reason that we purposely exit the game, oh, I can increase this now. Look at that. Oh, that might have done something weird to the layout, but it's all right. but we're just going to enter in through here, and we're going to get the last section right here, where we're going to grab this ghost cube, and then we're going to go into the next section. The reason, oh, of course, that thing happened. The reason that we need to exit to the exit the game in that particular section is because you can't quit to hub like you usually do, because the game thinks you're already in the hub, and so you have to, you're forced to exit the game in order to time. That's time. You're forced to exit the game in order to finish the run. But yeah, that was time when I shot the thing into the cube into the pedestal. And if you're fast enough, like I was just now, you can actually just exit that area before the thing encapsulates you. But you can also just step back in. That is Antichamber 100%. So yeah, that was the whole run. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. What was my final time, if you don't mind me asking?
I believe you were in at 21:25.
21:25. Why do I always get 21:20s in marathons? Like, I always get 21:20s in marathons. I don't get it. Am I just that consistent?
But is that a good time? Because it seemed pretty good.
It's a good time. It's 3 minutes slower than than world record, which is my PB. But it's still a good time for like a marathon run. But like, I always get 21:20s. I always get 21. I don't get it.
Master of consistency.
Yeah.
Well, we did meet the incentive for the any percent run, so if you are ready for that,
yes,
we can
I
cue
am
that up
ready for that. I do need to exit
get
the
that
game.
rolling.
Let me just exit the game real quick. Y'all are gonna
Go
see
for it.
nothing but darkness for a bit. I'm gonna bring this back up. And let me fix that. Oh, beautiful. You can see the full percentage now, although that's a little bit small. There we go. And did I start the game? Question mark? Okay.
I'm not seeing game. I'm seeing red screen.
You are seeing red screen, in fact. That is true. Okay, it's launching. Compelling gameplay right here. Steam? What are you doing to me, Steam? Are you good, Steam? Okay, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Were you going to say something? Yeah.
I was going to say, if you need a minute for us to get situated, we can get that, but it looks like we're all set now, so that's all fine.
Set. And luckily for you guys, you're going to see the exact percentage of what any percent is, because we have a percentage counter. But we can just start immediately with the any percent run if we're ready, right?
Yeah, anytime you're ready, just call out time.
Perfect. Okay, so we do have to start from a fresh file. So let's start. We can just start with leap of faith here. The timing will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Okay, I messed up that jump. So any percent. You can probably see in the estimate that it's 4 minutes long. However, world record is 43 seconds, and the reason that it is 43 seconds is because you probably remember that it had 2 warps in the 100% run. However, why would I do that? Why would I do all that? Why would I walk to places in any percent? Why do any of that when you can just perform a warp? And if you can perform right here if you aim good enough. And if I did aim good enough, oh, we were so close. Let's try that one more time. We're gonna grab a bunch of cubes here, and then use it. You want to make sure they have enough time here, and then, ooh, let's try one more time. Third try? Question mark. This is why the estimate's 4 minutes, because stuff like this can happen. We're just going to, and then aim it right there, and then. Ooh, that was so close. Okay, I need to aim it a bit farther down.
This looks annoyingly precise.
It is annoyingly precise. Ooh, that was so close. And a bit lower. So the thing that I'm doing right now is, again, the game doesn't like it when you and an object are taking up the same space. And so with that, if you do that correctly, if you do that correctly, you should be able to cover up a spawn point as you are exiting to main menu. And if you do that right, okay, am I aiming in the wrong spot? I swear, this is going to go over estimate just because of how imprecise I am right here. What is going on? You have to aim in a very specific spot, and it is, as you said, annoyingly precise. There we go! Beautiful! Ah, okay. So, yeah, why would you do anything except just warp to the end of the game? You know? Excuse me. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so, why do anything except warp to the end of the game? My PB is like 1 minute and 12 seconds. Because I got it first try, but I think this is gonna end up. Oh my god, we got stuck in the corner. Everything that's going wrong in this any percent run is going wrong. But right here, we're just gonna where is it gonna open up? Wait, why isn't it opening up? Huh? What? Okay, I don't know. Why wasn't it opening up? What? That was strange. Anyway, time is gonna come up in 3, 2, 1. Oh, dang. I'm an idiot. I forgot to grab the thing. Where is... This is compelling. I forgot to grab the cube. Anyway. Wow. Time. Oh my goodness. That was hilarious.
I think that was being around 340.
That was still underestimate? Oh my goodness. Everything that could have went wrong in that any percent one went wrong. Like, that was just amazing. I got like 7th try warped. I forgot to bring the cube down to finish the run.
That's alright. I think that does a pretty good job of kind of showing the details that make any percent what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Shoutouts to the world record holder Votium. He's like Mirror's Edge world record holder. He's Deathloop world record holder, and he's any percent in Antichamber world record holder. 43 seconds. Like, just imagine everything that I just did, but perfect. That's what Votium is. In 43 seconds, he did all of that. So like that's essentially what any percent is. I had that. I've gotten that first try in marathons before, but today was just a 7th try day. But yeah, that is all for Antichamber. 100%, any percent. You know, I showed you the longest and shortest category of this game. But yeah, that is all for me. Join the Discord. It's a small community. There's a lot of runs on the board, you know, because this was a pretty popular puzzle game. But the Discord itself is pretty small. But yeah, that is all for me in Speed Dom's launch party. Thank you guys so much for having me back. And again, I absolutely love doing marathons with y'all. So I hope to be back again in the future. And that is all. If you want to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Ozmourn or Ozmourn on Twitter. But yeah, shout outs to everyone in the communities that I've shown off today. Shout outs to Speed Dogs. Thank you, Dayman, for hosting. Thank you to everyone for everything, for watching. But yeah, that'll be all for me.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Ozmourn. Everyone else, stay tuned. We're going to have a brief break, and then we'll be back with Jackal playing Hotline Miami.